Chronicles presents the most feared prison in Ohio. Imagine a prison so notorious that even hardened criminals fear being sent there. A place where the walls themselves seem to close in on you. A place where 23 hours a day you're locked in a cell the size of a small bathroom, listening to the endless banging, screaming, and chaos that never stops even at 3 a.m. This is Lucasville, officially known as the Southern Ohio Correctional Facility. And for decades, it has earned the reputation as the absolute worst maximum security prison in the entire state of Ohio. Opened in 1972, Lucasville was built with a unique telephone pole design, long, straight corridors with housing blocks branching off like ribs. It was meant to hold 1,450 of Ohio's most dangerous inmates. But over the years it became something far darker, a pressure cooker for the 1% of offenders who simply refuse to follow the rules anywhere else. The men who end up here aren't usually first-time offenders. They're the ones who've already caused problems in other prisons: fights, stabbings, drug rings, contraband, or just plain defiance. Lucasville is where the system sends its most disruptive inmates to break them, or at least contain them. Take Glenn Chastain. He's 22 years old and serving time for armed robbery. Recently transferred to Lucasville after he was caught with a shank in another facility. He has just 9 months left on his sentence, but those 9 months feel like a lifetime in this place. Upon arrival, he's immediately placed in segregation J2 block, the deepest level of control. His personal items, radio, clothes, anything not state-issued are taken away. Purple items? Contraband. Even basic comforts are stripped. For newcomers like Glenn, the first days are pure shock. You're locked down 23 hours a day in 4B block. The noise is unrelenting. Inmates bang on cell doors, yell across the tier, scream threats, or just scream to hear themselves scream. Sleep is almost impossible. The constant chaos wears you down mentally before it ever touches you physically. The prison runs on a rigid classification system. New arrivals start in 4B, the most restrictive unit. You stay there up to a year, sometimes longer, until you prove you can follow the rules. Only then can you move to 4A and earn slightly more privileges. Progress is slow. One mistake and you're back to square one. Violence here is not rare, it's expected. In 2010 alone, there were over 400 documented incidents. Fights break out during the brief recreation periods. Officers respond with mace, batons, and overwhelming force. Some inmates have gone to extreme lengths. One man once sprayed a mixture of feces and urine from a bottle at officers. The response is swift and severe. Major David Warren and his team make sure every violation is punished. Warden Donald Morgan runs Lucasville with one clear mission: total control over the most dangerous 1% of Ohio's prison population. The message is simple: you will behave or you will suffer the consequences. Daily life inside these walls is a grind of controlled movement. Inmates are moved in small groups under heavy escort. Every trip to the shower, the rec yard, or the chow hall is tightly scheduled. Any deviation can end in a cell extraction or a trip to the hole. Intake day is especially brutal. New transfers are stripped, searched, and forced to squat and cough while officers watch. Anything not on the approved list is seized. Radios, extra clothing, books gone. You walk in with nothing but the state-issued uniform and the weight of your own mistakes. Yet even in this environment, stories of survival emerge. Some inmates adapt by keeping their heads down, staying silent, and counting the days. Others form tight alliances or simply learn to endure the noise, the isolation, and the constant tension. The psychological toll is immense. 23 hours in a concrete box with nothing but your thoughts can break even the strongest mind. The banging never stops. The yelling echoes through the tiers at all hours. Newcomers often describe it as overwhelming, a sensory assault that makes you question your own sanity. Lucasville isn't just a prison. It's a pressure test. A place designed to hold the men no other facility can handle. A place where the state has drawn a line in the concrete. This is where chaos ends and absolute control begins. But for the men trapped inside, it's something far more personal. It's a daily fight to keep your mind intact, your body safe, and your spirit from shattering. It's 9 months that feel like 9 years. It's the sound of metal on metal at 3 a.m. It's the realization that in Lucasville, survival isn't guaranteed, it's earned, one lockdown hour at a time. This is the reality of life inside Ohio's most feared prison. This is Lucasville.